Add to Calendar feature allows the app user to add an item within the app to the user's calendar. This feature is available in Flex App Blocks and Component REST. The feature will appear the same in both instances to the app user, but they are set up differently in the platform. In both cases, the designer must specify which field the device's calendar should use, and there are 5 potential calendar fields. At a minimum, you need a title, a start date, and a start time. You can optionally also add an end time and an end date. In some cases, that may apply more to events when you have both the start time and end date, but on the screen, I have created a basic Flex App block that I'm using for appointments. In this particular use case, the app user themselves are going to enter in the information for their appointments directly into the app, and I'm going to give them the option to add it to the calendar on their device. To do so in data mapping, you must have a date and time field, which I have here, and you must enable social sharing and app events by clicking on Start Date. This is going to bring over not only the action to your toolbox to add to calendar, but also it's going to bring over the date and time directly into the calendar field for the app user. Next, I have an appointment title, which will be defined by the app user. And to bring that field over, I have to click on title to enable the specific app event to populate their calendar. I don't have an end date and an end time here, so by default their calendar will more than likely set it to an hour from the start time. But, like I said, end date and end time are optional based on your use case. Make sure you click Apply to save your changes. And then you can go to your canvas. So Add to Calendar, this feature is actually available on a detail view. And what you want to do is you want to go to your toolbox, go to Actions, and the Add to Calendar feature is here. Now what I can do is I can either drag and drop it directly into the navigation bar, or I can drag and drop it directly onto the canvas. Do be advised that actions do come over onto the canvas as buttons. So it is a text button. And here I'm going to type in Add to Calendar. You can change your text color. You can also bold it. And you can make your font size larger. Just make sure that you adjust this field accordingly. If you do not adjust the field, it may cut off some of the wording. And again, because it acts like a button, it automatically centers. If you would like to use a background color here to make it look more like a genuine button, you can. And you also have the option to include a corner radius to round off the edges. But for this one, I'm going to actually set my background to transparent. So that's the Add to Calendar feature. If you want to know a little bit more about it and how it works, you can look it up in our MobileSmith knowledge base. Or if you have questions about an appropriate use case for it, you can contact me with your questions at training@mobilesmith.com.